Matt Gibbs is here from Sunrise Automotive. We always love when Matt is here because we love our cars. It's we do. We have this love affair with cars, don't you think? Right? We can't stand to not have our car. Right?
That's right.
That's why we have it fixed and all that. So it's such a nice feeling when it's fixed. When it's been broken and then you get it back.
It's a nice feeling when you take something that's broken and then fix it.
Has that been like part of your being ever since you were little? Always fixing
I always
things?
wanted to fix stuff, yeah. I like fixing stuff.
Yeah? How's that watch guy?
I don't know. I was going to make him I'm going to pay him a visit right after the show.
You have an expensive watch. By the way, your watch collection, this is not an expensive one, but I was going to ask you, think you can fix this old pocket watch of mine? That guy over there? Where is it? Sears? You go?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I'm going to bring this over there. You want to see a picture of me and my son when he was little and I was younger? It's hard to see it, but it's been... And they clean them too? Will they clean them?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so that's... you came up. Somebody was having a conversation with me about watches. I can't remember who it was, and they know you, but I just can't think of who it was. And I said, Matt got all kinds of watches. I think it was maybe Galen from Life South. Maybe it was him. We were talking about you. How many watches do you have? I know where the conversation came from. How many watches?
Like over 30 watches.
Wow, and they're not cheap, right?
Some of them are cheap.
Really?
Some of them have a sentimental value.
Do you have a Swatch?
No, I don't have a Swatch. I have a Timex.
Do you?
Yeah, but there was a sentimental value.
There was a subject on a podcast about horologists, which is somebody who studies or fixes clocks and studies time, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm not that guy.
And they were talking about public clocks. Like in the town square, we have a public clock up on a tower. And I guess there's more than one public clock in Ocala, but I'm just not sure where they all are. But anyway, so the watches is a lost art or something. The mechanics behind it was considered like the computer of the 1800s.
Right.
Or maybe earlier than that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
The mechanics in a watch are ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But if we didn't have that understanding, I don't think we would have had the car. Right? How would you have the transfer? How would you get power from an engine to the wheels without understanding gears? Right?
I mean, I have thought about this a lot. I pride myself in my ability to repair these cars, to fix them.
You should, yeah.
I do, and
you've had a lot of nice compliments lately, by the way, on Facebook, I think. Facebook or Instagram, wherever I put that stuff.
Okay. Well, I never really even look at none of that stuff, to be honest with you. But I do pride myself in my ability and my knowledge, what I've learned, what I've been able to retain.
Yeah.
But I reflect a lot, and like I'll look at a car like an older car coming in the shop, and you just stop and just look at it for a minute, and this is not very many years ago. You know what I'm saying? These things are, and in just a short period of time, I mean, where we've come. But the thing that astonishes me more than anything is how this whole thing was birthed, where it came from. The guys that thought this stuff up.
I know.
Their minds were incredible.
And how to pull it off. Like, let's say is it Leonardo da Vinci that drew up all those plans for helicopters and all that stuff?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So you can draw it up, but how do you form metal to be a piston that is so airtight that you can have a little explosion, right? That is
and then you come up with this chemical, this fuel,
right,
to make that explosion happen.
Right.
It's just incredible.
Right. Yeah. And then the proper dosage so that there's not a big explosion and kill everybody?
Well, it was kind of like how many times did we make the light bulb before it actually burned?
Yeah.
It's like over 3,000 attempts. And he never looked at it. What was that, Alexander Graham Bell or whatever?
Edison.
Thomas Edison. Yeah. He even said that I didn't fail 2,000 times.
I learned what not to do. Yeah.
I learned what not to do,
So I have a question for you. I was talking about this. There are many stories that when the Wright brothers first flew their airplane, simultaneously in other parts of the world, there were other guys and maybe some women that were they were on that same edge. They were thinking the same way. Isn't it weird how the human race... We always give credit to one person because that's the person who patents it or whatever.
Right.
But did the same thing happen with cars? Like when
Sure.
Who do we credit? Ford for the car?
I would think definitely credit Ford as far as, I would creating the factory, the
oh yeah,
you know
the assembly line thing.
The assembly line,
yeah.
Mass production and stuff like that. But there was a couple guys all working on these projects all at the same time.
In the same place, or was there stories of China had some guy doing it, and South America had some guy doing it, and
not from like the history that I've kind of studied on automobile. It was here in the United States.
Is that right? Well,
but there again, back in the early '70s when Datsun, it wasn't even Nissan at the time, it was Datsun, when they sent over the Datsun B210s and stuff like that. For gas mileage and stuff, and that just exploded. So there had to have been in Japan. There had to have been some kind of technology going on and research and development, and it's amazing.
It is truly amazing. All right, we have the phones ringing. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let me grab some of these calls and let you talk to your listeners. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, there was good morning. There was a guy by the name of Henry Selden that actually kind of ground automobile production to a halt because he claimed an all-overriding patent, and he wanted a slice of every car produced, and Henry Ford broke his patent. And that opened the industry up.
That's right.
But there were other guys. There was Ransom Olds, as in Oldsmobile. There was Henry Leland, who pioneered the Cadillac. There was Louis Chevrolet. I forgot the first name of the Buick fellow, but his name was Buick. So they were all bubbling up there at about the same time. And then, of course, the Europeans, Gottlieb Daimler and the Rolls-Royce people, and the Peugeots and the.
There you go. So now that's the history of all the names, huh?
Yeah, there's some names in there too, but
that's interesting. Yeah, I guess each of them had their own contribution to the car at large. Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Have a good morning, everybody.
So what do you think was the first fuel? I mean, how could you make an engine without? So fuel must have come first, right? Were they using it just like did the first engine use kerosene or something?
No, I think they used. I mean, kerosene would be more like a diesel fuel.
So how would you make an engine without a fuel? You have to have some kind of...
That's what I'm saying. It's like I think the gasoline came from as a byproduct of like home heating oil, I think.
Okay.
And then they take the crude and they refine it to heat your home, and then this byproduct, which was gasoline, it's just amazing how how one thing led to another thing, which led to another thing.
Right.
All these things had to happen and take place almost like simultaneously for all this to happen.
So was the same person who invented the combustion engine the person who invented the transmission? Because again, you have an engine running. How are you going to turn the wheels?
Right. That. I don't know.
It's an interesting thing, isn't it?
It goes on and on and on.
Who was the guy, or what was the story behind the headlight, the car that had a headlight in the middle, in addition to the two side headlights, but the one in the middle, okay, I'm going to say this, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I think the one in the middle turned when you turn. Like if you turn the steering wheel to the left, the headlight looked to the left before you, right? You never heard of that one?
I haven't.
Was it the Hudson or something? Does that sound right?
There was a Hudson, but I don't know.
That middle headlight?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Morning.
See, a friend of mine's father passed away here a couple of months back, and he was the kind of a guy that always changed his own oil and everything in his kind of things. He had about a case and a half of regular oil, and my friend always uses synthetic. Can you put that regular oil up and it's back to synthetic?
Say it again. We're not sure what you're saying.
A friend of mine, his father passed away, and he was the kind of a guy that always did his oil changes and everything on his car. And he had a case and a half of regular oil. I don't know if it was Pennzoil or whatever it was, but it was regular oil. Now, my friend always uses synthetic. Now, can he use this regular oil up and then go back to synthetic? Would it do any damage?
No, that's fine. He can put the regular oil and the synthetic oil in there. It ain't gonna hurt anything. So that's fine.
Okay, all you have to worry about is probably the right weight, Tom.
Yeah, you wanted that.
Wow. That was a lot of echo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So, Matt.
I was just gonna say, as long as he puts the same type of weight in there, but try not to mix it if you don't. I mean, he can mix it. It's not gonna hurt anything. But he can use his conventional oil up, and then once he uses it, then he can go to, there's a headlight in the middle of that car. I see it.
I didn't mean to distract you. You want to finish your thought, and then we'll talk about that?
No, I'm just saying it's, after he gets done using the old oil, he can go back to synthetic. It's not going to hurt anything.
Okay. So I looked it up. It's called the Tucker. And
the Tucker.
And the Tucker has a middle headlight, and the text isn't here, but the headline said the headlight turned with the steering wheel. So,
and that's probably why they don't make the Tucker anymore, because it's just ugly.
Yeah. It's not that ugly.
It's like seeing a person with one eye right in the middle of their forehead. It's like a car's not supposed to have three headlights.
Well, we got three taillights. We never had that earlier in our cars.
That looks ugly. That looks wrong. It looks like it's not supposed to be there.
But isn't that interesting? Do you know anybody, or have you invented an accessory to a car? Like, you'd think the third headlight would be somewhat of an accessory, right?
Yeah, I have never invented an accessory. I have invented tools.
And do you have a patent on them?
No.
You should.
No. I don't have a patent. I use them. I've tried to show them to different tool guys.
How do you make a tool?
I make a tool to do a job.
Out of metal.
Out of metal. Some of it's metal. Some of it's plastic. Some of it's, sometimes they'll make a tool to do what I'm trying to do, but it's like thousands of dollars, and then I'll just come up with my own.
But if you have a tool that you use that's not manufactured, oh my God, you could get a new swimming pool.
Nah.
You could sell that and have royalties or whatever.
Like for instance, I made a tool that, like, when you're putting in a window motor in a car on a full frame.
Oh my
so in
gosh,
other words,
yeah.
when you open the door, the frame opens with the car.
Right.
Okay, so now you're putting a window motor in that.
Right.
Well, once you take the window motor and the regulator, the window falls down. So I take these suction cups and I put a rope from suction cup to suction cup.
Okay.
So I slide the window up, pop it on the glass over the frame, and then I can take it all apart inside and don't ever have to worry about the window falling.
Oh my gosh.
I thought of that years and years and years ago.
You should.
They did come out with that one.
Oh, they did.
So, and then.
But you had the idea first, and then somebody else.
I guess I had it first. I mean, I'm the only one that ever. I'm the only, everybody used to borrow my thing that I always made. So I had thought about things like that, and like these, like for today, something if you have a Ford truck and it's a 5.4 3-valve motor, then sooner or later you're going to visit someone like myself to change the spark plugs, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. And what happens is the spark plugs break inside the engine, and they make these different companies make these tools to get the broken spark plug out.
Yeah.
But what I've learned is you take this tool from this kit and this tool from this kit and this tool from this kit, and buddy, it works well. So I have my own kit. They have their kits, but I have my own kit. And my own kit consists of...
You should write a book or something.
I don't want to write a book.
You don't want to help your fellow mechanics?
No.
Do you know, okay, so I rode to Orlando the other day, and my transponder for the toll booths, it wasn't setting off any lights or anything, so I don't think it worked. In fact, I have to look at my little account and see if they got my picture, because that's what they do. They take your picture.
And they just send you a bill.
Or they charge your account if you have a SunPass account.
Right.
Okay, which I do. Okay. But I was thinking back to the day when we had no choice but to give coins to the toll taker, right?
Right.
And there used to be in the middle console a little, like a spring coin thing.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, was that created just for tolls? Because why else would you need to have handy change right there? I mean, back in the day when a toll was a dime or whatever. No thoughts?
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't given that one much thought.
See, that's the kind of invention that I would think of. I wouldn't think of a transmission or a fuel or a special tool. But we need a place to put nickels.
I got one of those little things. If you want one.
No, I don't want one. No, I don't. We don't use coins anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
I just go right through it. I don't even care anymore. I'll just go right through it because I figure they're going to bill me anyway.
I was heading down to Orlando and I forgot my little SunPass thing.
Yeah.
And I stopped and so finally I said, I forgot my SunPass thing. The guy said, just go, man. We'll send you a bill.
But they won't send you a bill if you have a SunPass account.
Well, they will because my tag is not. I have a device that I can change cars.
Okay.
Because we take different vehicles, like going to the auctions and stuff like that. Yeah. So they'll send me a bill because they read my tag.
Yeah.
And they just send me a bill.
It's unbelievable. We do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah. Good morning. Just to let everybody know, the SunPass system has a grievous computer problem going on right now, and so the whole system is messed up. And
good.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And you will eventually get a huge bill when they get it all straightened out.
I better not get a huge bill.
Because the tolls are accumulating, but they're not posting.
Okay. Well,
it's some kind of computer error, and the state is fighting with the computer company, and it's a whole big mess.
All right, I'm looking at my account right now. Let's see if it has anything on here. All right, thank you, Jim.
Larry, you owe $4,000?
No, see, it says I have $26.70 in my account.
Right.
And that shouldn't be like that because it should have taken money out for those tolls I went through. See, it says toll activity in the last 30 days, no record found. But yet I went to Orlando on Saturday, and I went through the toll things.
Okay, well, apparently they're not. Oh, there! I just saw the whole thing just flash.
No. That was old. Or actually, the newest one they have is May 12th. Watch this. Wait. They have pictures of my car. Wait, that's not a picture of my car. Hold on. Watch this. Picture of my car going through a toll booth. This is the car you sold me. Watch. There it is. There's my car going through the toll booth.
There it is. That's the same picture they send me with the bill right there. Yeah.
You send you a picture.
Yeah.
We should put things like oh man, you gave me a sunroof on my car. I could put my hand up there and wave.
Yeah, you can.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, run, turn. Yes. Wave.
Just being friendly, right?
Yeah.
There's no law against being friendly, right?
No.
All right, so let's see. Anything we need to know about with the heat?
It's hot.
It's hot?
The heat is hot.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I'm not sure where the smell is coming from. It might be from Doug's grape-flavored cigars. But is there a way to get the smell out of the car?
Yeah.
How?
If you got odors in your car, do you have an ionizer?
No.
Okay, neither do I. I had one, but it broke. So if you don't have an ionizer,
right,
go to Pro, It's a shop. It's a shop over there on 441, right next door to Fiesta Pools, and there's that new Dunkin' Donuts, like on North 441.
Oh, okay.
You know where Dunkin' Donuts is?
Yeah.
Right next door.
You gave me a landmark, I know.
Okay. And there's a store there. It's called Pro. Okay, Pro. What they do is if anybody wants to buy cleaning supplies for your car, this is the real deal. This is not the turtle wax. This is the real carnauba wax. They have all the accessories. If you want to clay bar your car, if you want whatever you need to do to detail that car, they sell it right there. Awesome glass cleaner. It's really a cool store. It's really not even open to the public. All the dealerships.
Oh.
You can go in there and buy stuff.
Yeah.
But all the dealers go in there. That's where we all buy our chemicals for cleaning stuff. But anyway, they have a chemical in there. It's like a chlorine type chemical.
Yeah.
And you put it in your car, crank it up, let it run on recirc.
Oh, there's a machine.
No, it's a package. You add warm water to this stuff, and it makes this gas.
Yeah.
And you just close it up in your car.
Oh my gosh.
And it removes all odors. Because what it is, when you have an ionizer,
right?
What the ionizer?
That's what that is, an ionizer?
An ionizer is actually a device you can plug in.
Oh, okay.
And the sheriff's department has one for like when they pick up drunks and they vomit in the cars and all that.
Gosh.
But if you don't want to buy an ionizer, you can buy some of this chemical down at Pro, and it creates chlorine. Ozone is actually chlorine, so these ionizers create chlorine.
Oh, okay.
So you crank your car up, you put it on recirc.
Oh, okay.
So that it's.
So you're not in the car.
No, don't. It will kill you.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to be driving.
You
don't
want to be driving around doing this. So, and you just let it run for an hour, shut the car off, and let it.
So, not that I do, but if I had a mouse in the car, it would kill the mouse.
Pretty much.
And if I had roaches in the car, would it kill the roaches?
Probably not. Roaches can live through a nuclear blast, I believe.
Do you know, when you mentioned vomit, did you know that their dogs can tell the difference between whale vomit and insulation? Like house insulation? Like on the beach. Like if there's two, I guess they look similar. So they use dogs to be able to tell which is which. And they use the whale vomit for perfume.
Wow. That's all I can say about that, Larry. I say that backwards. Wow.
That was great. That was on camera, right? The face you gave me was on camera. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, I was just sharing something.
This show goes in all kinds of directions.
Well, and if you want, it's another whale trivia that I have for you.
A whale trivia.
The tongue of a blue whale weighs as much as a full-grown elephant.
Wow.
Isn't that a big tongue?
That's a big tongue.
It's huge.
Now, isn't that so that all that plankton can get caught in those little things on the tongue? You know?
Yeah. It's the sperm whale, by the way, that vomits, not the blue whale.
Okay. I got an extra wrinkle in my brain today doing this radio show on auto repair with personal care.
That's right.
The sperm whale is going to puke up perfume.
Yeah.
And there we have it.
It's got a name. Well, anyway, so inventions. Now there's an invention. Now who thought of that?
That's even greater than making a car. Turning whale puke into perfume.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe perfume or the ability to make perfume actually stems from like making wine and beverages, and that's how we got gasoline or some kind of fuel. Just knowing how to do that. I don't know.
I don't either.
I have some music for you that I'm supposed to play. We are there. Okay. Thank you, Matt. Where is Sunrise Automotive?
Sunrise Automotive is at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. And our phone number is 352-690-1993.
I am, I swear on a Bible, a satisfied customer of Sunrise Automotive. They know what they're doing. They're fair. They're quick. And I even bought my car from Matt at Crossroad Auto Sales, which is at the same location. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Larry.
This is WOCA Ocala, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. At least 60 people have been killed in a wind-driven firestorm in Greece. Others ran into the water to escape and had to be rescued by boat.
Nikos Stavronidis saying, "We ran and fell into the water and went as far as we could. Others tried to reach the water but didn't make it." Rescuers reporting finding 26 bodies lying close together around 100 feet from the shore, some of them embracing as they realized they were trapped by smoke and flames.
Fox's Simon Owen. Russian hackers reportedly infiltrated some American power companies last year and could have caused